So first of all, we need to create the constructor function. I told you that it is a good practice whenever you want to create the constructor function with the function keyword, always keep capital letter first. Okay, then this is the constructor name. Okay, now we need to do what? First of all, whenever the function constructor is created, we need to define it. Is, I told you that this is a function, so function must have parenthesis. So inside of this you need to define some, you need to keep some word variables. What is the first name, like what, first is a variable, last is a variable, age is, and suppose year. Okay, so like that. So then what happened, the function is created here. So once the function is created, function means constructor function, it is one type of template. Okay, it is a template to create so many objects of same type. The constructor is some type of special method which will be used to, it is a template, otherwise a model, so that we can create the objects. Okay, many objects. Once constructor is created, then we can create so many objects. Okay, next is what, you need to create the object first. I told you that object can be used, can be created with construct keyword. And then what is object name? Father is the object, is equal to, you need to use new keyword here, new, and use that object. Okay, for this object father, I want to use the constructor. I want to use the constructor. So this is the constructor name. Instead of this, use for every, the first is what, it is a variable, it will hold for that variable first name Miriam. Okay, assign the values. For last name Vasu, age suppose 57, year 1968. So like that. So now what happened here, try to understand. One object is created with the help of this constructor. Understood that? Now if you want to display here, so we need to do what, we need to use that element, get element by id method. I told you that this is the mostly used JavaScript method to display the content on the screen. Get element by id. Now here we need to use this value, demo value. Okay, demo. Now dot inner html. So for this we need to keep whatever the value you want to display here, that is to be kept here. So get element by id, this is the mostly used JavaScript HTML method. So now this total, this is called web page, HTML web page. This is called a web page document. So this method, okay, this is a part of document. Okay, document dot, which document, this web document. Okay, HTML web page document. So document dot get element by id method, this is the mostly used JavaScript HTML method to find out the HTML element with this id. Okay, and this attribute inner HTML will be used to display the content of the HTML element. So inside of this, if you want to display what, that object, what is that object? Here object is what, father dot Miriam. Okay, so let us see what happened, whether it will be displayed or not. Otherwise we need to check back the code. So first of all, what, whatever this object is created, this is what function is created. Function means constructor function. That moment I need to use somewhat this is what this keyword I need to use here. This keyword which will be used to refer the new object created. This has no any value, but this keyword will refer the new object created. So this dot what? This dot any, okay, first name is equal to first, okay. Next, this dot last name is equal to last. Next, all that means we need to refer that all these parameters refer to what? That object, okay. Next, this dot is equal to is. This has no any value. This dot here is equal to here, okay. Now let us see what happened here. I am not getting anything, yeah? So somewhat little bit of syntax errors may be there, so we need to check back that, okay. The code written inside of the script, end tag script start tag. So inside of this, whatever code I have written, constructor created with the function name, this is the constructor name. It is good practice to start the first name of any constructor with the capital letter. Some variables are assigned here. We need to check back that, okay. These are minor syntax errors. I need to check back that, okay. So let us see what is the mistake we have done here. Once the function is created, now it is to be kept inside of the all these they must be kept inside of these flower braces, because this is the constructor created with the 4 variables, and this refers to the new object created, okay. Now this is the object created with this object, new object is created with this constructor, okay. For these parameters, values are assigned here, but first, okay. So Miriam, this is what we need to keep this in double quotation marks, single quotation marks, okay, because that is a string, okay, Miriam. So Vasu also is a string, so we need to keep them in strings, must be kept. String mean text, so these numbers no need to keep them in double quotation marks. Now let us see father dot Miriam, father dot not Miriam. We need to, the Miriam is a value, so no, don't, Miriam is a value, we need to call them with what? First, Miriam dot first, okay. So as I told you that what I did here the function is created, object function, that is the constructor, okay. So as I told you that constructor is a method which is assigned with some variables, and so finally whenever object is created, so this type of object we can create lot of objects, okay. One more object if you want to create, same you can create here. So now this is the result that is being displayed on the screen. So here for this, before this I have kept somewhat string, and which is to be displayed on the screen, my father, that is I want to display on the screen, it is kept inside of the double quotation marks, and I can call the property of every, as I told you that these are the values assigned to